Um,
I know we got a what about the Colt, the kid from
oh, you want to talk about him? Yes.
Yeah,
So we have this report here that you put in. You sent to me. CNN details. So we're talking about a warning reached Apalachee High School on Wednesday. An unknown caller said there would be a shooting at 5 schools that day, and Apalachee would be first. Around 9:45 during the second period, Colt Gray stepped out of his Algebra 1 class. Lila Serene sat next to him in class and wasn't surprised to see him leave. He skips usually, so you never really know where he's going, she told CNN. Shortly after Gray left the classroom, a friend of Sierra's, who was similar name to Gray, went to the bathroom. When he returned, administration pulled that student out of the class along with his backpack, she told CNN. When he returned to class, he told her administration, "We're looking for the kid who sits next to you, not me." The kid the student was referring to was Gray. When Gray reappeared at the classroom door, another student, Bry Jones, was standing in his way. Apalachee High School reportedly declined to comment on whether the student was mistakenly pulled from the classroom in Gray's place. The school failed then. They could have prevented these deaths, and they didn't. So a lot of stuff has come out. This is about the shooting in Georgia. Check it out. The mom called the school and told him, hey, this is about to happen. The mom, the grandfather, and the grandmother tried to get the son help because they said the dad was a piece of shit anyways. He would always yell at the son and scream at him, and he just grew up in this angry home. But also they said...
Look at where the mom was arrested a year ago for possession of drugs and for some other crimes, too. Like a year ago, they got a mugshot of her as well, too. This is not to say she's a bad person.
Hey, check it out.
But
drug addiction is something that happens. That's why it's like I felt bad for, what's his name, Joe Biden's son. Hunter Biden. You know what I'm saying? Drug addiction and people that fall off has affected everyone's family here in America. Mm-hmm. And if you say that it hasn't affected your family, you're fucking lying. All right? It's affected everybody. That shit happens. People fall off. People get hooked on drugs. It could be from an injury. It could be because you like to party. That shit happens. I'm not going to knock nobody for that. Excuse me. But I'm saying like this. The family knew. The dad knew. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying he was getting made fun of because he was gay. And I said this in the last segment.
Because he was gay, they were calling him gay.
They were calling him gay. And I said this in the last segment, and I'm going to say it again. Teach your kids to stop being little fucking bullies. That's why these kids are shooting up schools. If you, I'm telling you, that's why these kids.
I'm not going against Rashad.
That's why kids are shooting up schools because other kids are picking on them and treating them like they're weird.
But I mean, everybody. This has been going on for generations. This is not to say that it's right. It's not to say that it's right. I'm not saying that bullying is good. I'm not. But kids do this shit type of stuff, man. It does not give your kid the right to go to school and start killing people.
What should he do?
Fight. Get down. Put your hands up. You know what I'm saying? If he's not a fighter, tell. If you're telling him, go into another classroom, put him somewhere else. Put those kids who are being bullied somewhere else. I'm not saying that kids should be allowed to bully. I'm not saying that. I want to clarify that.
Bully another person in their life, none of them will. None of these kids.
I bet you kids are kids, man. You act like the same day they're not saying you're stupid. Blah 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 blah.
Nope, they're not.
I guarantee those same kids are online talking reckless to each other, blaming each other. Yeah, they're traumatized by that too. They are, but don't get it.
Push some kid. You bullied a kid enough to a limit where he came to school and he said, "I'm gonna kill everybody because nobody's nice to me." You should be nice to everybody. Treat everybody with respect. Everyone's different. Some kids like Dungeons and Dragons. Some kids like to put their finger in their butt. Who cares, bro? That's what they like to do.
I understand what you're saying, but you're speaking from a person who's of advanced age like myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That doesn't count for a 13-year-old or a 9-year-old or a 12-year-old or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't 15. You know, it doesn't count for them. We can't sit back and act like kids should not be able to be allowed to be kids. They say stuff. We say dumb shit as adults. Adults bully each other all the time. I don't want to hear about it. We do it all the time, bro. As adults, it happens. And bullying could be it could be direct or indirect.
Adult bullies
all
is
kinds
weird
of stuff.
Too. Why are you an adult making fun of somebody's clothes?
Dudes happens,
do that. They be like, "Oh, why are you wearing that?" I'm like, "Bro, why are you trying to fuck me?"
Listen, it happens, bro.
That's weird.
It happens all the time. We all do it. We all say stuff about people. I'm just saying that we should not allow that the fact that the kids are being kids turn them into something else. Because a kid will be like, okay, so let's say this too. Say we have to pick for, say, basketball teams or for anything, right? And the last kid doesn't get picked ever. Is that bullying?
No,
that's a form of it though, because he can feel bullied.
That kid, he may suck at basketball.
Exactly.
That ain't for you.
It don't matter, but it could be any sport. It could be anything. Say it's gym. I mean, it's time to pick your teams, and we don't pick him ever because he's weird and he does act like this and acts like that.
That's athletics.
It doesn't matter, bro. It's what I'm saying to you is a person's gonna feel how they feel.
Yeah, but that's different. I'm not gonna pick you if you don't know how to play basketball. Why am I gonna pick you first?
I ain't saying you got to pick them first, but they're being
Stop
picked.
Giving people participation trophies.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about right there. Strengthen your kids up. Get them out of their heads. No, they're feeling like
that everyone's different. And not everyone's going to have the same views and look like you.
Of course.
So don't make fun of them. Try to learn
should.
About them.
Man, people make fun of people. This is what happens in the real world, man.
But the people making fun of other people have miserable lives.
You're a comedian.
I make fun of people all the time.
Exactly.
But I say it to your face, and I make it funny.
Hey, they're making it funny too.
And I make fun of myself also.
But I understand that.
All I'm saying is every time I got to come with this guy's steps, we got to wait 10 minutes so I can get my breath back before we start again.
We just can't. All I'm trying to say is that this bullying thing turns into the fact that now they're kicking kids out for even speaking ill of another person.
No.
Little things. You see it. No, you see what's happening.
Sensitive. No, what you do is you don't bully a kid.
Oh, no, people are sensitive now. Now, which one is it? You got to go with one of these, man.
You ain't got to bully people. Look, if they're not bothering you,
nobody's saying you got to bully them.
Leave them alone.
All I'm saying
is they're going out their way to bully this kid. That's what they're doing. They're bullying him because all the rest of the kids are bullying him. If he would have hauled off and punched one kid in the face, the other ones would have left him alone.
Listen, this kid's talking about shooting up schools a year ago, bro.
Because they was bullying. You think they just started bullying
a year ago, bro?
You think, he's like, I'm gonna shoot up the school. They're like, no, you aren't. My language. I'm just saying. That's what they was calling.
I shouldn't say that online.
Excuse me. I said it, but that's what they're calling it.
Listen, what I'm saying to you, bigger than that even. Listen, I'm saying, bigger than that even. Okay, so a year ago they were doing this stuff to him over a year ago, right?
No, they were bullying him, and he wanted to switch schools, and his parents didn't switch him schools.
Okay, so probably, maybe it's because his mom's going through whatever she's going through. His dad's the way that he is, and maybe he is a little weird and says weird. You ever have a person come around you who just says the weirdest shit?
Yeah, all the time.
But just let me explain. Okay, say you're with a friend. It's just one of those friends who's very, very like for some reason they're afraid to talk to women or they're afraid to talk to men. However your case is. So it probably don't happen as much with women, but it happens with men. You got that one weird ass friend who always has some sexualized thing to say to a woman when everyone's around, but he'll never go talk to a woman one-on-one because he's afraid to. You know what I'm talking about, those type of dudes who are like that. You know what I mean? So maybe he's weird like that. Maybe he was strange because he didn't have that kind of. Your mom's a drug addict. You're going through whatever you're going through. Your parents to get divorced. She just went to jail. Your dad's like the police just came to your house over a year ago talking to you about about a gun. Something's up, man.
Now think
something's strange about this kid, man.
If one of the kids at the school stopped and be like, "Yo, man, are you okay?"
And come on, man. We act like kids got to be psychiatrists now. Now the kids got to be a psychiatrist. Now they got to recognize things. I'm not saying don't be friendly.
It starts from the parents. Your parents are assholes, and it carries on to the kids.
So all I'm saying is,
I tell my kids, be nice to everybody because you never know who's going to be a school shooter, and you want to make sure that they don't.
So is that the thing now? Now we got the boogeyman's a school shooter. Now we got people like that.
Yes. Yeah, if you're training to the school shooter knows the exits.
I'm gonna give you that.
The school shooter knows which way to go if the school shooter comes to the school. All right. So I want him to see my kids and be like, oh, now you cool.
Knock out the rest of the kids.
Yeah. Because my kids are nice. Hey,
I understand.
Come on, man. I understand. Stop. Tell your kids not to be bullies. People are different. People are different. That's what makes America great. The difference.
We got. All I'm saying is we got to toughen our kids up, man, because the world's a bigger bully than any kid will ever be. You say I'm lying.
Exactly, but check it out. If you get a bunch of kids that are between the ages of 2 and 5, they all best friends. You want to know why? Because all they want to do is play and eat fruit snacks.
Nah, sometimes there'll be even bullies between them too. You know, there's always a dominant one. There's always a dominant one out of it. Every group. That's just life, man. There's always somebody. Everyone likes.
Play with him no more.
Everyone likes this girl. Like everyone likes her, and everybody wants to play with me.
Like,
kids are like that too, bro. I've heard it. I've seen it too.
I'm leaving.
All I'm saying is,
all the kids be like, I'm leaving.
It's a part of life, man. We have hierarchies in life. This is what it is, man. It's not. All I'm saying is,
I'm telling you,
I don't want kids to have to worry about what. I mean, of course, worry about what you're saying, how you treat people, of course. But man, that's a tough one. Or get murdered. We already got to deal with that as adults now. You can't even argue with nobody without them wanting to shoot and kill you now. That's just what it is.
I talk my way out of many shootings. I'm like, hold on, brother.
Talk your way out of many shootings, man.
You really want to crash out because your girlfriend was looking at my butt? Yeah, go ahead, bro.